Hello fans and welcome to another episode of Smash TV. Scott Hunter sitting alongside Managing Director James Key today.
Yeah, sitting in for Brad Myers who's on vacation. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks, Scott.
Great to have you aboard, boss. And folks, have we got a show for you today. Today we're going to have Vanessa Kraven going one-on-one with Jasmin.
Yeah, I mean, it's our first look at the women of Smash Wrestling going head-to-head. I can't wait for it.
And, of course, we're also going to see a match from Tapped Out coming up. Lance Storm going one-on-one with Chris Hero.
Yeah, this was Chris Hero's debut in Smash Wrestling against one of Canada's greatest heroes in professional wrestling, Lance Storm.
But fans, up next, Vanessa Kraven the Mountain goes one-on-one with Jasmin.
Yeah, let the carnivores in. Dead sun's like a corpse in the morning. We ripping doors off the hinges. We bringing more to the minions. Let's go! Weighing in at 200 pounds. From Montreal, Quebec, the Mountain Vanessa Kraven.
And James, I say it every time we see her, Vanessa Kraven is so big. You had to see her in person to fully grasp the size of this woman.
Yeah, she's tall. I mean, there's no other way to say it. She's definitely one of those crown jewels of Smash Wrestling. I like to believe one of our most. I'm proud of this acquisition. I'm proud to have her on the Smash Wrestling roster. And to tell you the truth, I fear for the well-being and health of Jasmin in this match.
Vanessa Kraven certainly an intimidating individual. Now getting set to take on a woman in Jasmin much smaller. Definite strength advantage going to Vanessa Kraven in this matchup.
I would say exponentially smaller is definitely the term to describe Jasmin, but Jasmin's not to be counted out. She's a swift little thing, and she's going to have to be to stand a chance against Vanessa Kraven in this match.
James, on paper, this definitely looks like a mismatch, but there's a reason why we do the matches in a ring and not in a notebook. And that's because, we've named a show after it. Any given Sunday, anyone can win. In this case, any given Wednesday, anyone can win. Jasmin with she's got a snowball's chance in this one.
I don't know how big a snowball's chance is, but I got to imagine it's not big. But we'll see what Jasmin's capable of. I mean, it's her Smash Wrestling debut. And, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to make a debut and you're going to want to pick up a big victory, Vanessa Kraven's the woman to do it against.
What a way to do it, for sure. And, of course, this match could have some major Canusa implications. Both women Canadians looking to impress Team Canada Captain Lufisto as we inch ever closer to Canusa 2014.
Yeah, really looking forward to that tournament. Interested that the captains have kind of laid low right now. It's actually working in the garnering a lot of interest.
Actually, Captain, we don't even know who the U.S. captain is at this point yet. But,
exactly. I mean, we need to find that out soon because they got a team to pick.
One has to believe that Lufisto keeping a close eye on this one. But here we go, and there's the power coming into play of Vanessa Kraven early on in this matchup. Jasmin, I think, has now just realized exactly how strong Vanessa Kraven truly is.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't take much for Vanessa Kraven to have her way with Jasmin there in the early goings of this matchup.
I don't think Jasmin's ever been in the ring with someone, I mean, there is no one the size of Vanessa Kraven, with the strength of Vanessa Kraven. How does Jasmin prepare for a matchup like this, James?
A lot of jogging, a lot of running, preparing to run out the front door.
I hear you. Find a place to hide, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But look, she looks like she's ready to go here.
Yeah, don't discount the heart of Jasmin. I mean,
she's not where she wants to be right now, though. Vanessa Kraven's pulling her into the corner and choking her. Referee Dustin Peary giving her a warning there. and more kicks to those hamstrings.
Jasmin showing maybe she's had a little bit of martial arts background.
You know, a lot of Vanessa Kraven's power comes from her legs, so Jasmin, smarter than she looks. There's Vanessa Kraven trying to pick up a head of steam. Lands into a drop toe hold. There's Jasmin again. Oh, kick right to the face. I'm pretty fancy about that, but it's effective. There's another one.
Well, if it works.
Oh, a drop kick right to the face. And
got to keep going to the well, Scott.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's another kick to the face. A little bit of athleticism at the same time there, James.
Yeah, Jasmin, relatively new on the pro wrestling scene, but her athleticism is not to be discounted. She seems like quite the athlete, probably has a very strong background in gymnastics.
Vanessa Kraven has to slow the pace of this match down and bring it back to her pace, James.
Yeah, I mean, the more methodical and the more she can take advantage.
Did Jasmin just call Vanessa Kraven a chicken?
It's the biggest chicken I ever seen.
That is not a smart strategy. There you see the strength of Vanessa Kraven, bullying Jasmin to the ground by her hair with one hand. And now firmly in control is Vanessa Kraven. And James, I think she's just been toying around with Jasmin up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, when you're of that size and of that strength and you're that imposing, you can pretty much call the shots.
Vanessa Kraven's like a cat just toying with a mouse before she eats it right now. She's just playing with Jasmin, bullying her down to the ground again, stepping on her.
Jasmin's got to figure out something. She's got to come up with some sort of game plan just to get back into this. I'm not even talking about winning right now.
Vanessa Kraven is giving her no time to come up with any kind of a game plan. If you have a game plan coming into the match against Vanessa Kraven, you're definitely not going to come up with one in the middle of a match. She gives you no time to think because your face is getting rammed into a turnbuckle. Now choking the life out of her in the middle rope.
Yeah, those are small lungs, Scott. Not a lot of air. And if you're choking Jasmin out...
Oh, forearm right to the face. There's another one. Jasmin unable to mount any kind of a comeback thus far in the matchup, and Kraven can hold her up there for an hour.
It's all about survival now, Scott.
Mercifully lets her down to the ground, though, with a suplex.
I don't know if that's merciful.
Well, she could have held her up there for as long as she wanted, but when Vanessa Kraven gives you a suplex, it's basically like a superplex, because if anything, you're higher than you are normally on the top rope.
Oh, yeah, it's a suplex from a building.
Leg drop there, right across the throat of Jasmin. Only a 2 count.
Like I said before, Scott, it's all about survival now for Jasmin.
Jasmin barely able to. I think the best thing for Jasmin's survival is to just stay down for the 3 count.
Yeah, live to fight another day.
Do not make Vanessa Kraven angry. That appears is what she has done. Oh, a jawbreaker from Jasmin. Roll up, hang on a second here. 1, 2, and no. Vanessa Kraven just able to get the shoulder up there. Jasmin shoots behind. Another pinning combination.
Big crucifix there from Jasmin, showing her in-ring prowess.
They take nothing away from the skill of Jasmin here, James, but she's in there against an opponent just so much bigger, so much stronger than her. But hang on a second here. There's a sunset flip. 1, 2, and whoa, again.
You see the Jasmin doing the splits there, applying the pressure and the leverage to Vanessa Kraven. You need all the leverage you can get.
Absolutely, make it. The wider your base is when you're in a pin, it makes it harder for your opponent to kick out.
For sure.
Or at least it makes them take more energy when they are kicking out.
You're exactly right, Scott.
And again, Kraven just bullies Jasmin into the corner, stomping away at her now.
Kraven's got you in a corner. That's a hard corner to get out of. There is literally nowhere to go.
There's absolutely nowhere to go. And Jasmin, maybe rolling out of the ring might be her best option here, but she doesn't have the wherewithal, the moment to do that because Vanessa Kraven's been stomping on her head all match.
This looks like bad news for Jasmin.
Oh, just rammed her head right in the top turnbuckle. That's very thin padding on the top turnbuckle. That's just a metal post behind there. Oh, a Samoan drop to follow it up.
Jasmin clearly in a world of hurt.
James, you get the feeling Vanessa Kraven can end this whenever she wants to, but Again, Jasmin barely able to get that shoulder up. They're just kicking on instinct alone here.
Vanessa Kraven right now is all about statements. When it comes to Team Canada and Canusa, and you know, I know Vanessa Kraven on a personal level, she wants to be the best at everything. And to tell you the truth, she is going to show you from bell to bell why she is the best female competitor in Canada.
Hang on here, James. Vanessa Kraven ragdolling Jasmin with a full Nelson lock now. Making a statement is right, though, James.
Just this ragdoll.
Throwing her around the ring there. Saws her locking it. Jasmin trying to fight out of it. Did anything she can't stop him on the foot. Hey, if it works. It's a forearms now. A little bit of life left in Jasmin yet. Oh, let's have a big scream before that chop. She just hit her with everything she has left. And Kraven is still on her feet. Oh, she blocked that one and drops Jasmin.
Big block by Vanessa Kraven.
Oh! There's that athleticism coming into play. Total roll head scissors here, maybe.
I don't know if this is a smart strategy by Jasmin. You got to keep your equilibrium together. Spinning yourself around, you're liable to make yourself dizzy, and against Vanessa Kraven, you can't afford to be dizzy.
You know what, James? That's a move Jasmin has in her arsenal. We've seen her do it before, and it's when instinct kicks in, it's hard to think with that kind of a thought process. You just go with what you're used to doing. The big crossbody at the top rope. 1, 2, and no, Kraven. Oh God! Here comes the power. Kraven just rolls through and picks her up like she was nothing, like she's rocking a baby.
I don't think there's much time.
Oh man, big fallaway slam. Shades of the bad guy. And oh, that's it. Count to 100.
I think we need to call the cleaning crew of the arena. Because we need to scrape Jasmin's back.
Who's got to check on her there? Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Kraven. Making a statement.
Acknowledging that she is, in fact, the winner.
And I mean, if Lufisto is watching, how do you not pick Vanessa Kraven for Team Canada, James?
I think you have to. It's a shoo-in. I mean, how do you not?
That was a dominating performance by Vanessa Kraven. Very rarely does she even look in danger in that matchup.
No, and I mean, I'll give credit to Jasmin for hanging in there as long as she did, because I mean, Scott, I don't know if I could have lasted that long.
Jasmin threw everything that she had at Vanessa Kraven, and
fortunately, it wasn't much.
It wasn't enough. I mean, just Vanessa Kraven too big, too powerful, too strong, and Jasmin had nothing to combat against it. You know, she'll take her lump, she'll go home, she'll come up with a game plan next time she's in the ring with someone that strong. She knows what she's in for now, at least.
I was gonna say, the best thing you can do if you're Jasmin is take this as a learning experience. I mean, what a better person to learn.
We are the GOAT Brigade. Shane, Saber, Kirk Warmack. And we're in Smash for 2 very simple reasons. 1, to be a cut above the rest. And 2, to smash our competition.
My favorite opponent in Smash Wrestling is hands down, there's a lot of good people on the roster, but textbook Tyson Dukes. Not only do I learn so much every time I'm in the ring with him, but I get my ass handed to me, and that only ever makes you better. The person I'd like most to come into Smash Wrestling to have a match against me would be, I think it would be one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley. My favorite movie is a tie between 2. It's either Good Burger or Drop Dead Fred, and I'm actually going to throw Garbage Pail Kids in there as well. When I'm on the road, I listen to country non-stop. Luke Bryan, Eric Church, Jason Aldean, Jake Owen, it goes on and on and on. I love country music.
And ladies and gentlemen, next week, the hacker Scotty O'Shea goes one-on-one with the murder horse, one half of the GOAT Brigade, Kirk Warmack.
Kirk Warmack has a chance to make his mark in Smash Wrestling against one of Smash Wrestling staples, Scotty O'Shea. We'll see if he can do it.
It's a huge matchup next week. And fans will also get to see a fatal 4-way match as the other half of the GOAT Brigade, Shane Saber, takes on Alex Vega, Gregory Iron, and Psycho Mike Rollins.
All four of these men bring something different to the table. It's going to be insane to see how they all can somehow try and pull out a victory.
Brett Strong, Lisa Vino, Alex DeWitt, Michael Beard Kostecki, Nadine Farron, and Jimmy Corderas. From Machino Music comes High Speed Flamingo.
And fans, next is a main event from Tapped Out. Lance Storm taking on the debuting Chris Hero.
What's up, Smash Wrestling fans? It's your buddy, it's your pal, Scott Hunter, alongside my broadcast colleague, Brad Myers, and the boss El Jefe himself, Mr. James Key. Guys, we got a podcast now.
Not only do we have a podcast, it's even on iTunes.
Yeah, it is. Join us bi-weekly as we discuss all the hot topics here in Smash Wrestling.
And give away free stuff.
At the expense of Mr. Key's wallet.
Did you have to mention that? My kids, man.
Go ahead and subscribe. Go on iTunes. Type in Smash Wrestling Podcast in the iTunes store. You'll find us there.
You're fired.
This is Smash. This is Smash. This is Smash. This is Smash.
And here we are. A legend in this business. That's a word that gets tossed around a lot, James. Lance Storm making his way once again to a Smash Wrestling ring.
I was a huge ECW fan back in the day, and that's when I first got introduced to Lance Storm. I've followed his career ever since, and it was a true honor for me to sit here and be able to watch him work this close, up close and personal. And I mean, what a match this was.
He's definitely one of my favorites growing up, James. Very technical wrestler.
Yeah.
My style of match.
Me too. I've always been a fan of the technical wrestling. I always love the mat technicians, the way they're able to counter and apply submission holds and really, control the match. And I've always had a strong appreciation of that.
Let's just take a look at the pedigree of Lance Storm here. Been a wrestler in every major promotion. A champion in every major promotion.
Actually, a lot of titles.
It's a period of time where he held nearly every single championship in WCW.
Yes, he did.
At the same time.
And he renamed them all in Canadian fashion.
That's right. It's being a Canadian company, it's hard not to get behind it. But he's going out there against the knockout artist. Chris Hero.
Yeah, not many people know these two had a little bit of a rivalry a few years ago. And rekindle it here a little bit in Smash Wrestling. These two semi-familiar with each other, but I mean, after a few years, you pick up things along the way. You learn different things, and it's a brand new beast for Lance Storm.
This is a very unique matchup, James, as you have a man who, as we said, is a legend in this business, taking on a man who many believe is the future of this business.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, a lot of people, you could argue Chris Hero is a legend in his own right. Made quite the name for himself in this business, and what an opponent in Lance Storm. I mean, two of the very best in the business, quite possibly of all time.
I mean, and only in Smash Wrestling will you get to see a match like this. Chris Hero making his way to the Smash Wrestling ring. And James, you see on that shirt, it says Fighting Spirit. He's going to need to have that. And he gets in the ring there with Lance Storm.
He's a man with no stranger to obstacles in a wrestling ring. He's fought some of the best and the toughest in the business.
And what a way to make a Smash Wrestling debut as well. High caliber match.
Main event, Tapped Out. I mean, Chris Hero has become one of the more prominent figures in Smash Wrestling. You know, he's been a great advocate for Smash Wrestling, and you know, this is where it all started for him.
Absolutely. This was, of course, the final show of 2013. This match actually made it to the best of 2013. The last match we had in 2013.
Funny story.
It just made the cut.
This match almost didn't happen.
So you want to elaborate on that story a little bit there, James?
Chris Hero, you know, he was wrestling in New Jersey the night before, tapped out, and he ended up, he had his car, well, his friend's car stolen. Well documented on social media, asking, you know, a lot of people for help. Long story short, he lost all his documentation in that car, and you know, he couldn't get on his flight here to Canada, to Toronto.
Not to mention, sorry to cut you off there, James, but not to mention, this was also during the biggest ice storm that we've seen in years here in Canada.
Well, you don't have to tell me, because I was the one who went and drove to the United States this day to pick up Chris Hero, and I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm just telling you that that ice storm was vicious, and it actually took more time, you know, naturally to get there and come back, and we didn't know if we were going to make it.
Thankfully, James, you did make it, though. This match does come to fruition as Lance Storm and Chris Hero lock up in the feeling out process of this matchup.
We're trying to reacquaint with each other here.
I mean, when these guys get into the chain wrestling, it's very hard for one to get the upper hand on the other because they're both so good at what they do.
You almost have to be 3 or 4 steps ahead, because you know the other guy's got something up his sleeve every time you apply something.
It's definitely a mental chess game in there right now. As the men exchange arm riggers. Lance Storm now in control of this matchup. The longer you keep the one hold on, you got to constantly be moving against an opponent like this. Because the longer you hold one move, all you do is give your opponent time to think about a way to get out of it.
Oh, absolutely. You can't. Both men, very, very smart competitors. You can't give them that amount of time to think or to react or anything.
And both of these men, as big as they are in this business, still, James, students of the game, have each other well scouted coming into this one.
I don't know if there's 2 individuals in professional wrestling that have such a deep respect.
At this. Look at Chris Hero using his feet. Get out of that hold now, and now he's back in control. Prying away the fingers of Lance Storm. I guess anytime you get a chance to go after any part of the body, you gotta take advantage of it. That pressure put on the wrist there, James.
Yeah, it's good. It's hard to apply submissions when you can't use your hands and your wrists, because that's where a lot of the leverage comes from.
A lot of your grip is in there as well. All of your grip is in there. Here's Lance Storm now in a bit of a bad way here. Picks the ankle. Beautiful counter to that hold. Into a headlock of his own now.
Lance Storm now in control of Chris Hero, which, like we said before, when we started this match, back and forth.
Oh, hang on, cover here. No, only 1 count.
You know, you can never rely on someone having control for long, and if you're gonna get a win, you almost gotta sneak that win in a match like this.
In a match like this, James, you're absolutely right. Anytime you get a chance to do anything to your opponent, if you can steal a quick one here, that's exactly what you have to do. That's what Chris Hero's looking to do right there. Stalemate. Is neither one of these men able to find the answer to the other's verdict as of yet.
I know for a fact Chris Hero has a lot of respect for Lance Storm, and he's one of those guys that Hero looked up to, and you know, he's a student of the game. Chris Hero was a student of Lance Storm's game for many, many years.
There's a lot of mutual respect in that ring right now.
Absolutely.
Again, Chris Hero with an armbar apply. Look at crucifix here. 1, 2, no, only 1 count. Senior official Jimmy Cordero, some sort of position. There's another pin. 2 and no. Oh, hang on here. Lance Storm has a hold of that leg. Trying to apply pressure to that knee and that hamstring area. Maybe trying to weaken that leg for the Canadian Maple Leaf finisher of his. Oh, Chris Hero's shoulders on the mat. Oh, beautiful counter to that.
Yeah, Chris Hero's not going to fall for something like that. He knows that Lance Storm is definitely targeting those legs of his, and you can't let him do it. Else your fate's sealed.
That's right. And James, is a wise strategy for Chris Hero to try and take this match to the ground when you're in there with someone like Lance Storm. I think definitely you got to give Lance Storm the upper hand in the later goings of this match. If this stays a mat wrestling game, but definitely the striking advantage has to go to Chris Hero, one would assume.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Chris Hero, that's what he's known for, is striking.
It looks like Chris Hero now trying to beat Lance Storm in his own game.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to catch Lance Storm off guard a little bit, you know?
Lance Storm, beautiful head scissors applied. Chris Hero is not even close to the ropes right now. But hang on a second here. Chris Hero inching his way out. Have you ever seen that before, James? On a kip up.
No, that was definitely something different. But if it works, it works.
And again, both men seem to be at a still. Chris Hero is holding his own in a technical match against Lance Storm right now. Not that I'm surprised that he's got a technical game, but he's in there with the master right now.
Hey, Lance Storm, one of the finest technical wrestlers of all time. Right up there with the likes of Bret Hart.
Oh, big shoulder block there. Oh, just a boot right to the chest. Look at that sternum.
Well, Chris Hero showing that striking we were just talking about.
If you're Chris Hero, that's what you have to do. You gotta. It looks like he really wants to try to make Lance Storm submit. He wants to prove to the world that perhaps he's one of the greater technical wrestlers. It deserves to be mentioned in that list that you were going through earlier, James.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know.
Oh!
I think
Lance Storm tried to flip out of that hold there and he kicked Chris Hero right in the jaw in the process.
I was going to say, I think Chris Hero just kicked the teeth out of Lance Storm. Or the other way around.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lance Storm.
Lance Storm forcing the black tags.
They're both wearing black and red.
Black and red. Oh, they're both wearing red. Well, I should not try to go into tight colors when I'm colorblind. It's a bad strategy there. Nonetheless, Lance Storm, the lesser hero of the two. Oh, no, Chris Hero now. A little nice go behind there. Oh, into a cravat.
Chris Hero, known for the cravats.
No one does a cravat better than Chris Hero.
I think no one loves the cravat more than Chris Hero.
But he's able to do so much from this position. It's cliche to say you control the head, you control the body, but it's true. But hang on a second here.
Oh, when he gets you in that cravat and spins and hits you in the back of the head with the elbow, oh, it's game over.
But he does. He can suplex you from that cravat. He can basically do whatever he wants with you from that cravat. Chris Hero now again trying to knee away the hands and the grip of Lance Storm to get it out of him. Now placing his knees on the hands of Lance Storm. Lance Storm in a bad position now. And, another cravat. With his hands pinned down on the mat.
Lance Storm basically at the mercy of Chris Hero right now.
Chris Hero could rip Lance Storm's head off right now. Oh, look at it, using the head to pick the arm, rolls him over, and only a 2 count. I'm impressed with the ground game of Chris Hero in this match.
Yeah, a lot of people, they don't think about that immediately when it comes to Chris Hero, but he's definitely a well fine-tuned, schooled professional wrestler who's a student of all facets of the game.
Absolutely, but when a man walks into the match and he's announced as the knockout artist, the young knockout kid, I mean, you expect him to go in there and just start swinging for the fences, but he's flipped the script on us a little bit here in this matchup. Again, grounding Lance Storm.
He's working within Lance Storm's element, which is tough to do because he is one of the best at this style of wrestling.
Crucifix pin here, 1-2, no. But Lance, notice how he keeps hold of the arms of Lance Storm there, even though Lance Storm was able to roll out of that cover.
Trying to control the upper body of Lance Storm.
And with these pins, though, he's not necessarily trying to pick up the win with these pins. I mean, if he does, that's a bonus, but he's forcing Lance Storm to kick out.
Testing the endurance of Lance Storm. Lance Storm, not to take anything away from the man, but doesn't perform as much as he used to. He doesn't wrestle as much as he used to.
I mean, time catches up to everybody, but it looks like Lance Storm, if you ask me, James, has found the DeLorean and gone back a little bit because he looks in great shape right now. He's back in control of this matchup. This has been a back and forth matchup. since the opening bell.
Nobody's really had the upper hand for too long.
And there again, you see Lance Storm keeping hold of that arm after a scoop slam. Driving the knees into the shoulder now. Looks like Lance Storm has found a spot of which to work.
Focusing on that elbow. Doesn't want Chris Hero hitting him in the jaw.
Very good point there, James. You take away the elbow, Chris Hero's not going to want to use it as a weapon. Chris Hero's trying to inch his way to that bottom rope, but Lance Storm realizes that, uses his other leg to trap the rest of his body. Chris Hero though back to his feet, takes an ankle, rolls through. Here's another pin. One. No. Reverse. One. Two in. No. Now Chris Hero back in control with a reverse cravat. Going for it anyway. Lance Storm though, wisely blocking that with his arms, getting to the bottom rope. Chris Hero forced to let go of whatever hold he was about to attack.
Well, Scott, what were your memories from Tap Out? You were there.
I was. You know what? This is one of my first shows on commentary. I've done a couple before this, but to be honest, James, this matchup right here was I had goosebumps going into it. I mean, this is Chris Hero fresh off of the contract, major promotion, no secret there. And the fact that he was coming to Smash Wrestling, I just remember how excited I was for this contest to be able to see one of my idols in Lance Storm taking on one of the guys that I've heard so much about. I never got the chance to see him live until tonight. This match right here, my favorite memory from Top Down.
Yeah, one of the bigger nights for Smash Wrestling in general. The debut of Chris Hero, and later on in the night, we found out Chris Hero's next opponent was, in fact, AJ Styles.
And I mean, we all know how that match went down as well. One of the bigger shows in the history of Smash Wrestling with any given Sunday too. But I think another memory that I have from Tapped Out was an excellent match that went on earlier in the card where Hacker Scotty O'Shea went one-on-one with Psycho Mike Ryan. Absolutely beautiful match.
Yeah, and fans, if you want to see this show in its entirety, you can grab it at www.smash-wrestling.com. There you can find all of our DVDs, t-shirts. Any given Sunday 2 is available. Our Smash Wrestling Championship Tournament Gold is available.
It's also worth mentioning, folks, you can also get this digital download. You can watch this right on your computer, just like you are Smash TV right now.
Computer, cell phone, iPad, Galaxy Tab.
Take Smash with you.
Yeah, anywhere you go. Smash on the road.
It's Chris Hero now, firmly in control of this matchup. He's been wearing down Lance Storm, slamming onto the ring apron. There's not a whole lot of padding there, James. Oh, and a punt right to the head. Big pump kick.
Yeah, I think at this point you got to start thinking, you may respect your opponent, but I mean, how important is respect versus a win?
Stack him up there, and again, when you stack up your opponent like that, James, you're not only forcing him to kick off your body weight, but his own as well.
Yeah, every pin not only, puts your opponent on notice, but it also makes him exert just that extra energy.
And any chance you get to make your opponent exert that energy, take some of that energy away from your opponent, you take it. So Chris Hero has another, almost a full out there. Lance Storm fighting out here. Chris Hero going up and over, drop kick.
Oh, Nelly.
Lance Storm now gets that separation that he needs. He's taking an onslaught from Chris Hero here, but going right out after him. Really, he wants to capitalize on that drop kick that he just landed.
Front row of Smash Wrestling. That's the front row experience. Close and personal.
Chris Hero might be hurt from that dropkick as he rolls right back out of the ring, trying to get away from Lance Storm right now. But Lance Storm right on him. Headbutt right to the face. It's interesting now that we're seeing Lance Storm go for the Smash Mouth style, trying to beat Chris Hero at his own game, perhaps.
Lance Storm was always a pretty good brawler himself. One half of one of the better brawling tag teams of the Impact Players. Told you I was an ECW fan back in the day.
Wasn't that a great tag team?
Oh, phenomenal tag team.
The forearm across the face for that cover. And a little bit of insult to injury, or further injury to current injury. Reverse chin lock here from Lance Storm. don't think I've ever seen a match end via reverse chin lock. If anyone could do it, it's Lance Storm.
Or Barry Horowitz. Because he didn't have any other moves in his arsenal.
I don't remember ever seeing Barry Horowitz win.
He did. He beat Chris Candido.
That's right, he did. Nonetheless, can Lance Storm beat Chris Hero? Jawbreaker there from Lance Storm. Followed by a dropkick. Fantastic combination. 1, 2, and no. A little bit of frustration now kicking in. Fan telling Lance Storm to hook the legs. This is not Lance Storm's first rodeo.
I was going to say, if you're telling Lance Storm how to win a match,
I can guarantee you Lance Storm has more in-ring experience than whoever just said that.
absolutely. Lance Storm, speaking of which, had an experience with Tyson Dukes at Rumble in the Tundra 2 nights. One of them was a best 2 out of 3 falls clinic. Again, you can pick that up.
Clinic is right.
You can pick that up on our website, www.smash-wrestling.com. Awesome show.
Elbow drop there. Chris Hero coming off of a huge win over Lasho Rival Schools, where he defeated his new rival, Takaaki Watanabe, knocked him out.
Yeah, and fans, after the show, Watanabe was asked 3 questions by our very own Scott Hunter, and
I will not make that mistake again.
yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that one, fans, because
Watanabe a little bit upset after his matchup, and I guess I caught him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I say I caught him at a bad time.
yeah, maybe just bad timing.
I didn't know he knew too much English, but
You knew enough.
He spoke pretty good there.
Yeah.
Put me in my place. There's a big chop there from Chris Hero. And another one. Just going to town with those chops. Trying to turn Lance Storm's chest into a hamburger meat. Looking at the top rope there. Oh, and I drop kick right to the
Huge
face,
kick.
James.
That's integral.
Oh, that could have been it right there. The lesser man would have stayed down.
You know, but it's big moves like that, it's key moments like that turn the tide in your favor and give you that opportunity to win the match.
That's all it takes, James. Is one move can change the momentum just like that in a heartbeat. Chris Hero with another curvado by picking him up with the curvado. Oh, hang on a second. Lance Storm hooks the arms. 1, 2 in. No. Almost caught him napping there. Mahi Straw cradle there from Chris Hero. Only 2 counts.
You said that very well.
I have been. My wrestling Spanish is improving immensely.
That's fantastic.
I don't think there's add vowels in Spanish. No, there's a straight punch right to the face. Dragging Lance Storm to the center of the ring. Setting up for something here. Oh, we went for a leaping senton, but ate a couple of knees instead. Not a good way to spend a Wednesday night, James.
No, Scott. I don't think it's a good way to spend any night landing on somebody's knees.
Lance Storm tuning up the bang over a super kick. No, he gets caught. Oh, look out here. Oh, the knockout shot. That could be it. He's gonna roll his dead weight at this point, trying to roll him over. 1, 2, and what? Lance Storm somehow has a little bit of life left in him to kick out of that roaring elbow.
Yeah, Lance Storm doesn't look like he knows where he is right now.
I was on pure instinct, James.
He's got to be careful.
He's using the ropes to get back to his feet. If I'm him, I'm staying down for a couple seconds while Chris Hero's giving me the space.
He might be concussed.
Oh, there's another elbow. What? Oh, James, absolutely beautiful counter. The Canadian Maple Leaf locked in. He's got him locked in the middle of the ring. Chris Hero has nowhere to go.
And Lance Storm showing why he's considered one of the best in the business. At any moment, he can snap on that Canadian Maple Leaf.
Oh, Chris Hero barely able to get to that bottom rope. We almost saw him tap out and tapped out.
That's the difference between a win and a loss right there. Chris Hero reaching that bottom rope.
Going that extra inch. And the rope was there at the end of it. Oh, a cold breaker. shades of his former Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag team partner. 1, 2, and...
You've been hanging around Brad too much. They're calling you
shoulder up there. You know, my wrestling history does not fail me at all times, James. Colors, though, still do. And so I'm telling Chris Hero to get up now. And oh, that was not a smart idea as he eats a pump kick right to the side of the head. Oh, super kick!
Lance Storm connecting with something he's known around the world for, that super kick.
Chris Hero kicks out now.
But it's not enough to get the job done against Chris Hero.
What a war we are witnessing here, James. It's been a while since I've seen this contest. And this is just like watching it for the first time over again. This is why this was on the best of 2013, also available on www at smash-wrestling.com. And just trading blows.
At this point, they're just looking for any opening, any advantage to get the upper hand.
Just hitting with whatever they have in the tank. And so running. Oh, there's another elbow.
And there's that upper hand we were talking about, Scott.
He's going to try to roll him over here. Is it enough, though? 2, 3, got him. Chris Hero's your winner.
What a night this was.
Credit Lance Storm one more time.
I mean, what more can you say about these two competitors? Just when you think about pro wrestling, or when you think about the type of people, the type of athletes that you want to see in a wrestling ring, I mean, these two epitomize.
I mean, this is what Smash Wrestling is all about, bringing the best around the world and putting it right in front of you here. And credit Lance Storm here, he put up a big fight, but the striking power of Chris Hero proving to be too much as Chris Hero picks up his first Smash Wrestling win. And folks, I can tell you now, Chris Hero, after his victory at Rival Schools, officially undefeated in singles competition.
And here's actually the moment where Chris Hero finds out who his opponent would be at any given Sunday too.
As he finds out he'd be going one-on-one with AJ Styles. And what surely has to be on the best of 2014.
And this crowd clearly in approval and excited for what would be the main event of the next show.
And you know what, James? This match here against Lance Storm put Chris Hero on the match. But that match, Chris Hero AJ Styles, that puts Smash Wrestling to the map. And folks, we thank you for joining us here for another episode of Smash TV. Be sure to tune in next week as you will see both members of the GOAT Brigade in action.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing those two in action. They're two bright young stars trying to make their mark here in Smash Wrestling.
I'm here with Takaaki Watanabe. Huge news at the next event, Smasherpalooza, July 20th. You will be going one-on-one with Christopher Daniels. What are your thoughts?
Shut the fuck up. おいクリストファー・ダニエルズ。おいスーパースターよ。おいせいぜいな7月20日までスーパースターを気取っといてくれよ。おいお前は7月の20日でスーパースターは終わりだぜ。